Hi everyone, I'm back with a different recipe for the Instant Pot that I want to try. It's brand new. I have not tried it. I'm actually combining two recipes that I found on Pinterest. We're going to make meatloaf and smashed potatoes in the Instant Pot at the same time. I will put the link in the info to the two recipes that I combined together. So first we're going to get the potatoes ready and into the bottom of the Instant Pot. So I have the potatoes here. These are, I guess, gold potatoes. They've been washed. I'm supposed to cut them into quarters. So we're going to go ahead and cut these into fourths and toss them in the Instant Pot. Now I'm not peeling them. I think it's supposed to be more of a rustic recipe. The bigger pieces I'm cutting into a little bit smaller than fourths. The recipe calls for 10 to 12 small to medium Yukon Gold potatoes. So I had 10. I think I actually had 10 potatoes laying there. Let's see anything. Okay, into the Instant Pot. And we are going to go ahead and add 2 garlic cloves that have been peeled. Let's see if I can do this. 1. 2. And 1 teaspoon of salt. That goes into the Instant Pot. I'm sort of smoothing them out, trying to make them even in there. And I have 2 cups of water. We're going to put the trivet in on top of the potatoes. And we'll go ahead and get the ingredients out and start working on the meatloaf. Okay, we're back. I have the ingredients laid out to make the meatloaf. As I said before, I'm sort of roughly following a recipe. The meatloaf, I'm really going my own way. There are certain ingredients that I like in a meatloaf, and this recipe that I found on Pinterest does not have all of them. So I'm going to go ahead and just sort of play with it and put in the things that I like. So right now I have a pound of lean ground beef already in the bowl. I got 90% because since it's going in the Instant Pot, it's going in on top of the potatoes in a foil boat. And I don't want a lot of grease because I don't want that to go down into the potatoes because we want to mash them. We want to smash them later. So we do not want any grease in. So I wanted to get a more lean cut of hamburger. So a little over a pound of 90% beef. I have 3 slices of bread. This is sort of stale bread. When you're making meatloaf, actually stale bread's better. It just is. So, keep your stale bread and turn it into meatloaf. And you're just supposed to cut this into little cubes. I'm a little bit better here with my fingers. That's why God gave you hands to use them as tools. So we're just going to break the bread up into small pieces. My grandparents were from West Virginia, and when I was a kid, on Sundays, we would go up to Grandma's house. She would make dinner for everyone. And one of my favorite things that she would make is meatloaf. And it was so good. My meatloaf sometimes just doesn't taste the same. I can't ever figure out. We're making it the exact same way. We put in the exact same thing that Grandma did, but it's always different. There's just a little bit of difference. Okay, we have all the bread in. I'm going to dice an onion up and put an onion in. That's a little bit more than I need. I think that's plenty. Let me move my cutting board. We're done with the dicing. All right. I have sweet relish. I'm going to go ahead and just add a couple spoons of this. As I say, I'm sort of following the way I normally make meatloaf. You can follow, make it the way you like it, put in there what you like, or you can follow the recipe that I'm going to, that you're going to see the link on the bottom. Teaspoon of salt. It needs flavor. That's what makes a meatloaf good. So I'm just going to shake in a little bit of garlic salt, a little bit of onion salt, some black pepper, some Worcestershire sauce. We'll put in an egg to help it stick together. And the recipe on Pinterest calls for milk for the moisture. I like spaghetti sauce in my meatloaf, so that is what I'm going to use. I'm going to start with, we're going to start with a little under half a cup, and we'll see how that goes. Again, just get your fingers in there and mix it up. To me, this looks, it's really wet. So I am going to get 2 more slices of bread and put in here. Okay, let's just break these extra 2 pieces of bread in. You don't want your meatloaf real mushy. And I know this is not an exact recipe, but to be honest with you, the reason I'm doing this is to show people how to use the Instant Pot. So you'll be able to get a look at it, see how it turns out, and then, like I say, it's up to you. Follow the recipe that's in the link, or make the rest of a meatloaf that you normally like for yourself. Okay, that is a lot better. It's not real wet. The bread's just barely, you can still see the bread. It's not really soaked completely into the meat. So that's pretty good. Let me get my hands cleaned up here. Okay. I have, this is heavy duty non-stick foil. We are going to, it says the dull side is the non-stick. we're going to make a meatloaf here that fits into this foil. To be on the safe side, I think I'm going to put another layer of foil down on top of this. Just trying to catch any grease. Okay, there's that. We are going to pour a little bit of this sauce on top. All right, here goes nothing. To help me get the meatloaf in and out of the Instant Pot, we're going to make a sling. And I just have a large piece of foil here. I'm going to fold it into thirds. Fold it again. That way we can use this. This will help lift to get it into the Instant Pot. Okay. Find my lid. The seal's in. That's closed. We're going to set this for 20 minutes. All right, we'll let the Instant Pot do its thing and we'll come back and see what we have. All right, I'm back. The Instant Pot's gone off, so we're supposed to go ahead and do a quick release of the steam right now. So let's get the steam out of here. In the meantime, I have the broiler preheating. The meatloaf, when it comes out, I probably will stick that under the broiler with some extra sauce on it, but we'll see what it looks like when it comes out. Okay, the steam's all gone, all released from the Instant Pot. Let's get the lid off of here and see what we have. I'll try to lift this up here with the sling that I put in. There's been some grease. It looks like it came down through into that second layer of foil that I put in. I'm going to try to get it out without it going down into the potatoes so we can see what we have. All right, let's go ahead. I want to go ahead and put a little bit of marinara on top of the meatloaf. It smells really good. I'm going to go ahead and put the sides down so the grease comes out. There's a lot of grease in there. I'm going to see if I can't pour some of this grease off. Okay, it really wasn't all grease, so it looks like a lot of it was water from the steam from the Instant Pot. But let's go ahead, we'll put this in the broiler. And in the meantime, we're going to take that out of the potatoes. I'm going to check my potatoes, see if they feel soft. They do. I'll drain the water. I'll be right back. All right. I have 3 tablespoons of butter, 1/4 cup of milk, and roughly 1 cup of sour cream. All right, I'm going to smash these together. Now remember, these are rustic potatoes because we left the skins on, and we're just giving them a rough mash, so they're not going to be real smooth potatoes. Let's give them a taste. They're good. A little bit of salt. Here's our meatloaf. Turn the oven off. Let me get a plate. Okay, there's our meatloaf and smashed potatoes. Let's see what we have. It's good. Very good. All right. That shows you how to use the Instant Pot to make the meatloaf and potatoes in there together. Um, Hope you enjoyed watching it. I'll see you soon.